Hello everyone, my name is Trevor, I go by the TheMrTrails, welcome to the channel. I am about to show you something that is very broken. This is by far the easiest method to gaining XP in the early levels, and it all has to deal with the lovely Gruk Gruks. I feel like some people might actually like Gruk Gruks after this event, maybe a little bit. Probably not when it comes to actual combat, but in terms of this really broken XP system here, Gruk Gruks are going to be very favorable. But consider dropping that like for me, and if you are new, consider subscribing for more Dauntless and other games content. And if you want ad-free viewing options on my videos, your name in the credits, and to just support me as a creator, use the join button down below. But let's get into this. First things first. Alright, so first up, we're going to want a freshly reforged weapon, and I already took the liberty of getting that done. I made sure to get it to level 1, 0 XP to compare it to everything else that we've had in the past. Alright, so here's the build I'm going to be rocking for this. I'm going to use the Malkarian weapon, Zerker Etheric Attunement inside with the Drask bond for the Etheric Attunement. The Omnicell choice doesn't really matter. We'll go ahead and throw Iceborne, and then we will have the Pangar Lantern for sure with Catalyst. The main two key points here is that you have 6 Etheric Attunement, which is in the weapon here, and then you have 6 Catalyst, which is going to be in your Koshai boots with Catalyst, or any other armor with a utility cell. And then the Catalyst is going to be in the Lantern as well. And then we are going to be bringing along the Aether Drive Tonic, and that's pretty much it. As you can see here, level 1, 0 XP, so we're going to have a direct comparison to before XP banking stuff. Well, that's step 1, have the build ready, have freshly reforged weapons. Step 2 is we are going to go to Conundrum Rocks, and we are going to look for any behemoth that is level 13. So basically the idea here is I have my strikers on instead of my repeaters. I'm gonna wait for 10 minutes or just go and kill some other behemoths in the meantime, but keep that level 13 behemoth alive. So events aren't random like people think they are. You have to wait 10 minutes, and it's at least 10 minutes between each event, and then you have to kill a behemoth in order to proc the event to spawn. So right here we have a level 13 behemoth. Hopefully we will then get the correct event. We want Gruk Gruk Rumble after we kill this behemoth. So in the meantime, I could be going and killing the Charog or the Valamir or whatever spawns after I kill those things, and working on some bounties as well. So the reason we want to keep that level 13 behemoth alive is that the level of the behemoths do affect how much XP you are being given from the fauna on the island. And if we kill a level 13, which is the highest level here, right before killing our Gruk Gruks, then we will be able to gain more XP for longer. And it's an Aether Surge. Of course it's an Aether Surge. Alright, somehow I have another Flameborn Gnasher, level 13, in the same exact area. Obligatory cat cam time with one of these videos. And we get another Aether Surge, yes! So, now we have the Gruk Gruk Rumble event. What we are going to do, we're going to drop our supply crate, and restock, and we are going to switch to our level 1 repeaters, and we are going to see just how fast we are going to be gaining XP here. All right, so, go. Timer. It's kind of late and now it's invisible. Not sure of my solution to this. So I guess the timer's MIA. But we should be earning 6 XP per kill on these Gruk Gruks. So we've hit level 2 now. We are already at level 2. It's 35 seconds in, for the record. And I didn't take my Aether Drive Tonic for like a while. Could have been a bit faster. I've got the Lantern just doing its own thing. Go ahead, do something in the meantime, like eat a peanut butter jelly. Already level 3, fantastic. That took about a minute. So for reference, to get from level 1 to level 3, it usually took about 3-ish minutes, 4-ish minutes. Now you do have to consider that you do have to get an island event Gruk Gruk Rumble on Conundrum Rocks, which means it'll take about 10 minutes. In my case, it took about half hour to actually get a Gruk Gruk Rumble here. But if you're passively leveling other things on the side, this is a pretty good way to get like your first few levels on a fresh reforge on a new weapon. So you know, you can do your mid-level reforges on a different weapon at the same time. I think we're level 4, about 2 minutes in. So this is already faster leveling than anything else. But again, you do have to consider the time it takes to get the actual event to spawn. If you don't factor that in, if you just factor in what you are using on your freshly reforged weapon, then this is easily the fastest. We're about to be level 5, 3 minutes in. It would be nice if the XP bar wasn't broken to give you like real-time feedback on this, but I have to open my inventory whenever we want to check level. But yeah, all you really need for this: Catalyst, Aether Drive Tonic, Etheric Attunement helps a little bit. Like, there would be about a half a second to a second where the lantern wouldn't be up if I didn't have the Etheric Attunement 6. Alright, level 6, about 4 minutes in. It's about 1.5 times faster than a usual pace on like a Reforged speedrun. So the reason this even works is the circle. I don't know what the idea behind having to stand in the circle was. That fact has kind of led to this being probably the most broken XP source, because you can just not even be at the computer while it's going. All right, we are level 7. About 6 minutes in now. So it is slowing down pretty significantly. And then there should be a point at which I can't actually use the Aether Drive Tonic anymore because the server is just going to be that laggy. Every now and then, you might have a Gruk Gruk that is able to sneak in a hit on you, because like they'll start from back there. The lantern just won't affect them for a bit. I'm not sure if more Gruk Gruks spawn when you have more players on the island. But you know, if you have more players, then this will be like a slower XP rate, because they'll probably be killing some too. Oh god. Okay, yep. So now we are at the point where we are incredibly laggy. What is this? Hello? I'm not even standing there. So yeah, what? Because I think if you progress this, then it will be better. I think it will fix itself if you like actually progress the thing after a while. But I'm gonna check to see how long you can actually keep this going for. I need to be able to pop the Aether Drive Tonic is the only caveat. Come on, come on, lantern. Where are you, lantern? Wherefore art thou, lantern? Can't use my lantern anymore, it looks like. So my lantern has regened at the speed where you would expect to have a an Aether Drive Tonic up. Let's see if we wait, if it will fix itself eventually. That is something that we might want to know. All the way up to level 8 and almost level 9 in about 10 minutes. So it's been a few minutes. The Gruk Gruks are still teleporting. Let's see if I can use the tonic. Let's try really hard to just use the tonic. Okay, so I kind of had to hold it down a bit. So I was able to use the tonic. Let's see if we can crash the game. Like, I would not be opposed to crash the game, but I couldn't really give you a reason as to why this breaks the game as much as it does. Is that how broken this is? Like, you could just, after X amount of time, once the lag starts kicking in, you just have infinite Aether Drive Tonic? Is that actually happening right now? You would think it would break a little bit sooner. I'm not sure if, like, maybe you run a Skarn Lantern. Maybe this is, like, not as laggy, but I guess it does have something to do with the amount of Gruk Gruk you have killed. We made it to level 10. It's now been like probably 20 minutes of killing Gruk Gruks, if I had to guess, but you know, we did have to stop momentarily. Okay, so I'm down. I'm down. Can I get up? I can get up. Okay. Will the Skarn even attempt to spawn? Game is still broken. Oh, wait. I was able to take the Aether Drive Tonic. This is progress. Is it just me, or does this Skarn, like, seem abnormally weak to anyone else? Alright, so we were able to kill the Skarn after getting to that state, so I guess that was fine. I think the game may have now fixed itself, so I guess you could technically stay on the island and rack up more. But, you know, it's kind of impractical at that point. So getting from level 1 to level 10 took maybe like 15 minutes or so, which is on par with like the best XP rate so far. But with the amount of inconvenience that the Gruk Gruk Rumble event has, I don't think it's like particularly useful. Like the main usefulness isn't going to be in like a speed run type setting, but it's going to be if you want to passively grind for like 5-10 minutes, you can get a few levels off of Gruk Gruks and do something else in the meantime away from your computer. But that would be like the main usefulness of this. I don't think it's very useful in terms of actually speedrunning. But hey, grabbing a few effortless levels is actually pretty good. You know, if you set up a macro for your lantern and your Aether Drive Tonic, you can literally do something else entirely. So you can just farm some levels off of this, like legit. One of the downsides is that, you know, you end up lagging too much to actually gain the full benefit out of this. But the other downside is that you can't actually do this all the way until level 20. Like you saw, I started lagging like around level 8 probably. And then if you kill a level 13 behemoth, you could theoretically do this, if you could do this infinitely, you could theoretically do this until about level 16. But once you get over like level 12 or 13, I don't think this is really an efficient way to get XP anymore. But it is pretty darn efficient for those early levels. But yeah, that's going to be about it from me. If you guys found this interesting, consider dropping a like for me. And once again, if you are new, consider subscribing to the channel. Shoutouts to the new channel members, Schnups, Shadow4IT, Dr. Dixon, and John B. Join today for only 99 cents. But I have been Trevor, I go by the Mr. Trails, and I will catch you guys next time.